Oh my god, do you want to know something kind of crazy though? But I'm gonna sound insane, and I've never admitted this until just now because I thought about it just now. Remember when we first met in Thailand, and then I was like, oh man,
When you what?
when we first met in Thailand,
Oh yeah.
and then you went to the room and stuff, and I was like, damn, she's so pretty, and then I thought you hated my guts for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, are you ready to hear the most pathetic thing you'll ever hear in your life?
Okay.
So because I know you're a communications major, before I went to Thailand, I actually Googled like some stuff people learn in communication major class, and one of them is body language. And then it was written on Google that there are different body language for people if they want to show how comfortable they are with you. And one of them is eye contact. And when we met, you made eye contact with me and then you looked away. And according to Google, it says that you are not as comfortable, or you are a little bit uncomfortable, and something about feet. Like if someone is talking to you and their feet is pointed towards you, that means they are comfortable with you. But if it's not, then they are not. And I learned that. So then when we met, I was like, okay, according to Google, my feet should point towards her, and I also should make eye contact with her. And I did.
You were
and then,
in bed. You weren't
Yeah.
even standing.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it was pointed towards you under the sheets. but then I also made unbridled eye contact with you, and then you looked away, and I was like, OMG, she hates me, but she's so pretty, but she hates me. But then the next day, you made a really long eye contact with me, and then I was like, oh my god, she likes me. And then I got nervous, so I looked away. And then I was wondering if you thought I hated you because I looked away. So then I looked back again, and then you were already not looking. So never trust Google, guys. Google kind of sucks ass, but I googled
No,
it
Google
anyway.
wasn't wrong about that because yeah,
sick.
body language is a type of communication, and you could see if somebody's like uncomfortable. It wasn't being uncomfortable. It was me looking to see how you were, and then you looked at me so wary that I thought that I was gonna come on too strong. So then I went over to say hi to Show first, to somebody I knew first, so that at least I could be in a more friendly atmosphere before going over to you. So I wanted to be calm, so then I could be calm with you. But you obviously were not calm.
Well,
But I was.
Google should have written that.
I tried to find a pillar of support because you know, if there's somebody you're familiar with, you're gonna be a lot more at ease. And because you were the one that I was really nervous to meet, I wanted to make sure that I was a little more relaxed, because you didn't look like you wanted to run and give me a hug. I'm not gonna lie, I did think that when I got into the room that you were gonna run up and hug me, and that was my bad. That was my fucking bad. That was on me, because that's how it usually went. That is how it usually went, and it didn't happen that time. And so I panicked and tried to find the pillar of support, which was Show, who did give me a hug. And I said, okay, all right, this is the exact opposite reaction I was expecting. And then I was trying to figure out a good opportunity to start talking to her again. And then the second time that I tried to talk to her more was when Yuzu started talking about how pretty Michi is. And then that's why I was like, oh, thank fucking God. And I was able to join in at that part.
It's Google's fault, bro.
Well, isn't it great though? Now that next time it's literally just going to be you and me. So we have to deal with it ourselves.
I'll Google more things.
You can just ask me.
No, because I'm gonna sound so pathetic. You know,
Who cares?
I kept
You learn
that.
together.
You know something so fucking embarrassing?
Yeah.
The only people that before I told you guys, the only people that knew about this was my mom, because my mom saw me reading that shit at the airport. And then because the flight isn't so far from my country, right? The airplane doesn't have Wi-Fi. So then I screenshot it so I could continue reading in the airplane. And my mom saw me reading through it in the airplane, because she was like, oh, can we sit next to each other? I was like, yeah. And then she was like, what are you reading? And I'm like, look, Mom. And then instead of scrolling down, I'm scrolling sideways. And she was like, what is this? And I'm like, it's about body language. And she was like, why are you reading that? And I'm like, you don't get it. The person I'm meeting is a fucking communication major. I need to know what I'm doing, y'all. And my mom's like, oh, I see. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like telling my mom. So she knew. I think that's why my mom was like, she likes you too. Because she saw me fucking do that. I was like, the moment we arrived in the airport, all the way until we landed, I was reading through screenshots because I didn't have Wi-Fi in the plane. I was just reading through. I was like, ah, yes, something about foot pointing, and and smiling. That they even wrote down what kind of like a gentle, approachable smile is supposed to look like. Apparently, I haven't spent enough time practicing that, but like they wrote it, and my mom saw that, and she was like, "Oh wow, they really do research on stuff like this." And I'm like, "Yeah, mom. If I look, my toes are pointed at you because I'm comfortable with you." She was like, "Good luck. Good luck with meeting your friends." And I'm like, "Thanks, mom." And I was like, damn, no one's gonna know about this because this sounds so fucking pathetic, but at least my mom knows that I really try. And then after reading the story, I'm like, damn, everyone be clocking me with how pathetic I actually am. You know what? Fuck it, I'll just admit it. So, do you find me a bit weird?
No.
Do you hate me?
No. I like you even more. That's so fucking cute.
Oh, yay! I read! Whoa, let's go! That's why you should always read documentaries you find on
Guys,
Google.
I swear, I have never met a person take my major as seriously as her.
No,
I
because
feel so touched. I feel
because
touched.
when we spoke about it, you told me how you got into that, so then you can get to talk to people better, which means you are somewhat passionate about it. So it's like, if I don't match your passion, then it doesn't make sense. So I'm like, oh, I gotta at least understand. Like, I need to at least know a little bit. You know? It'll be bad if I don't know anything. No. Yeah. Well, if it made you better, I have all the screenshots still on my phone.
Aww.
It's there. It's true. That's also why when I arrived, I met Shoto, and then I had to show them the booking code, which I screenshotted. So I opened my gallery, and Shoto was like, "Oh, because I need to go to the bathroom." She was like, "It's okay, I can show it to them." And I'm like, "No, I'll stand here. No." Because the one swipe and it's over for me, bro. This bitch could swipe once and all they see is like, how to show someone that you are comfortable with them, step-by-step guide screenshot. And it would be so fucking over. So I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll stand right here. I'll pee later. I'm more comfortable peeing in a hotel room anyway than a hotel lobby. It's okay, show. And I was over there like ass clenched and shit. I couldn't do it. I was like hoping to all God no one scrolled. Oopsie.
You know how the first day we didn't see each other?
Yeah.
It was the day that I went to the zoo.
Yeah.
I was hoping that she was thinking of me while I was away.
Well, I was, because you sent me a video of you crashing too.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Pretty fun time. I was like, man, I hope she's excited to meet me because I'm excited to meet her. And I had no fucking idea about how she actually felt ever. I love so much when she tells me these things. How many months now?
Because imagine if I just told you this later. Like instantly, that'd be so fucking weird. I don't want to come off as like a freaky nerd.
What was my major again? What was something that you didn't do?
You're right. But you know what? That's your major, and there's a reason that isn't mine. But
there's also a reason why I'm more open to these things and wanting to communicate. Yeah. You claim you know so much about me being a communication major, and then when it actually comes down to it, you say, never mind.
Listen, if I was in the communication major, I would literally be still in it right now as I will fail.